Welcome along then to France, host of the world-famous Tour de France. But we're not talking two wheels today, we're talking four, in a country widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing back in the late 1800s. We've come a long way since then, and you're about to find out how far. It's time for the French Grand Prix. A lap of Paul Ricard then consists of 15 corners and a total length of around 3.6 miles. Drivers will need to position their cars carefully on the exit of the flat-out turn 10, ready for the double apex right-hander at 11. Watch out for potential overtaking action at the end of the start-finish straight and into the heavy braking zone of turn 8. With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Sainz, Gardner and Bottas, Stroll, Ricciardo, Ocon and Pierre Gasly, Leclerc, Norris, Giuliano Alesi and Albon, De Vries, Kvyat, Sergio Perez and Nicholas Latifi, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Matsushita and Guan Yu Zhou. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Thanks, Jeff. Welcome everybody to another F1 2020 My Team JDM racing video. We are in France and we are in 5th place? Yeah, 5th place. Lewis managed to get a really great lap in at the end of Q3. Bumped himself up from behind us right up to the front row alongside Max in the Mercedes, Max Verstappen. And he's leading the charge for us this weekend. France, we know, is a bogey circuit for us personally. So we're looking to, I mean, P5 at a track that I really don't like is not that bad, but in perspective, when it's the quickest car in the field, we should be closer to the front two. So I'll be looking to do that in the race. I think the stock strategy is probably going to be the best one to go with. And yeah, I think really we've just got to try and support Lewis where possible, try and get Max if we can, but if Max has one of those imperious days where he just walks off into the distance and we can't stop him, then we're going to just have to damage limit it and then focus on tracks where we know we're quicker. But at the very least, I hope we can try and get on the podium if the top two just run away with it and beat that other Mercedes of George Russell, so we can try and extend our lead in the constructors. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Alright, away we go then. Get a good start. A little bit of wheel spin. We're going to ERS down the inside of George Russell if we can at the start here. We do manage to ease in front. We'll tuck in behind Lewis. We get a warning for a collision. That would have been just a very light one, I think. Hopefully Lewis is going to put some pressure on Max Verstappen here. Everybody on the soft tyre. Sainz has actually got in front of Russell as well.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
Thanks, Jeff. Lewis was all over the curb there. We're staying in touch right now. A little bit wide there. I can see tyres are going to become a real problem around here.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
So yeah, as we thought, top two running away with it a little bit. The bollard. Oh my god, we got well out of shape there. Just got hit in the rear by George Russell.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
Here we come then. It's a tight pit lane.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Go now.
Get back out in front of Sainz.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
So Hamilton stayed out. Verstappen has pitted. I don't even think we finished in the points here previously, so...
Yellow flag, virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta.
Here's Nicholas Latifi in 9th place for the Williams team. Having an exceptional Grand Prix. Doing really, really well. Chasing down that Ferrari. Coming into this back section of the circuit. Can you get the slipstream? Oh no, the engine is gone! Latifi's engine has blown up down that back straight. The other cars are going to have to just make sure that they don't take him out as he's slowing down. Latifi's out.
Virtual safety car is deployed. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Perez is in the pits.
That's a shooter up there. Having a great race for Ferrari. Ferrari. That was earlier in the season. Alfa Romeo.
to car in front is 5.4 seconds.
Managing to maintain the gap back to Sainz.
The gap to the car ahead is 7.9 seconds.
We're dropping off the front too. This weekend might just be one of those weekends where we have to take the podium. Hope that that's good enough damage limitation for the fight with Max.
This is your final lap of the race.
Slowly getting caught by the chain behind.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
To be honest, I did say if we can get a podium, I'd be happy with that. And that's what we've got. So Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix. We get a podium.
Yes, 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 we're on the podium. Good job this weekend, great drive, thank you.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's see what this result has had on the drivers' standings. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, you've put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So, we finished the Grand Prix second and third. We do manage to get 33 points. George Russell comes home 5th for Mercedes, so they get 36 points with the extra point for fastest lap with Max Verstappen as well. So it's only a 3-point swing, good damage limitation. And Carlos Sainz coming home 4th in the Red Bull. Ricardo, his teammate, in 8th, so they're strong still, but not quite as strong as they were last season. Then we've got Lance Stroll in 6th. Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris taking the lower points paying positions. And Valtteri Bottas, Mr. Consistent, in the points again with 10th. And then we've got, yeah, the Renaults there in 11th and 14th. Still not quite showing that form that they did in early season, but I think their car is very track specific this year. Leclerc and Perez couldn't really get the Ferrari going around here either. And then we've just got the one DNF with Latifi at the bottom. Let's check the standings. So we managed to retain a 9-point lead, or we managed to retain the lead, but it gets cut down to 9 points. Lewis Hamilton staying sort of in touch in 3rd place with 56, the gap now. And then constructors, we are leading the way by 60 points. Just that 3-point swing like we said. Let's check the highlights. I don't think there would have been many highlights in this one after the first lap. It's really get the first couple of positions done on the first lap and then keep the gap back to Sainz. This was as close as we got to Lewis for the rest of the race. It was a very tricky position to be in, knowing that we needed the points for the Drivers' Championship, but as for the team, 2nd and 3rd was still going to be good enough to keep a nice cushion. And then we got all out of shape. And I think George Russell lost his winglet again. So it seemed like every time he came in contact with us, he lost a piece of his front wing. So we had to defend a little bit from the other Mercedes. We got that job done. Kept the gap back to Sainz on the harder compound tyre. And then just really held that podium. That was all we knew we had to do. And bring it home. So, a fairly static race really, but we did well to sort of manage our pace and keep the car go in the right direction. Yeah, so keeping it consistent, making sure that we just did everything we could to really just make sure we brought those points home for the team after a not so great qualifying. And the bonus was finishing in front of George Russell, and the fact that Sainz took some points off him as well. So it could have gone worse. I think on weekends like this, we'll just take the points and move to races where we can try and maximise everything out of the package. And I think definitely in Austria we'll be able to do that. But as we know, Max Verstappen is quick around Austria as well, so it's going to be Battle of the Titans next time round. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like? Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And thanks for watching. And we will see you in Austria for what I'm sure will be an amazing Grand Prix in the next JDM racing video. Until then, take care. Until then, take care and see you next time.